All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to episode 25 of our Tassi Farms Dairy Empire gameplay series. I'm the Ultra Farmer, and as always, we got a great episode today filled with a ton of work. Ton of work. This farm has gotten kind of out of hand in some ways, so we have a ton of work to do. We've got silage to put into our barn. We've got slurry to move around. We've got milk to get into the production facilities. We've got more grass to cut and get into our silage factory. We got a ton of work to do. So let's get right into it. Let's get into episode 25. Let's get some work done. Okay, so the first thing I want us to do is get this silage in the barn. So if you're with us obviously from last episode, we cut a whole bunch of grass. We put it in our new silage fermenter and it finally fermented throughout the month. And so now we got to dump it in here. We're going to dump it in our cows. Whoa. In speed mode. I had 2 coffees this morning. Okay, so our cows ate a whole pile of food from the food that we dumped in, like almost like 100,000 liters. Look at this guy. What's he doing? How you doing, partner? Um, so now that we have silage like actually in this barn, now our robot will go back to making food, which is awesome, and we won't eat away with so much of the stuff that we put in. Well, we have nothing else to put in. We don't have any more TMR or anything like that to put in. All the silage is just going to go straight into here. Now we still got grass. We still got like 200,000 liters of grass all up in this fermenter, so we'll have more silage to go in. But I want to run over. That can sit there for right now. I want to run over and fire up the milk wagon here. Let's unpark this guy and let's fill up with some milk. 43,200 liters. I think I'm still working through it, but I'm almost positive that feeding the animals TMR, the total mixed rations, so that's the combination, in case anyone doesn't know, that's the combination of hay, silage, and a little bit of straw, and you can also put mineral feed in there, just to kind of help it out. You don't have to put mineral feed. I've never really tested the differences, like if there's better TMR, if you will, with mineral feed. But it seems like feeding the animals TMR rather than like just hay is it's better for their milk production. It seems that way, anyways. Okay. I'm still so brutal at this corner. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, one thing I want to do and check real quick. Well, a couple things. Yeah, we can come in here. So this is my time-saving stock check. This is just a mod I have that I can easily check the prices of kind of everything that we have valuable around the farm that we potentially could sell, like the straw, silage, things of that nature. I didn't know you could sell water. What? Yeah, we're not going to be selling water anytime soon. But if you can look at our cheese here, we almost got 200,000 liters of the cheese, and if we went and sold it off right now, we'd get about 600 grand. But if we wait till its max value month, which is October, we got sit about 700,000 bucks worth of cheese now. Sorry, another thing I wanted to go in and check. Perfect, perfect. So since we increased the productivity of this production facility, we worked through most of the milk that we had. I might have to increase this some more. Let's take this up. I'm just thinking here, like, I just put 43,000 liters in. Like, shouldn't there be 43,000 liters here right now? No? Question mark? Or am I in the wrong one? Probably in the wrong one. Yeah, here you go. Okay, so that's perfect. So we could still up it one more cycle, if we will. But this one's already got a bunch in it. So let's increase this. Not butter, this one. I'm going to bring this one up to 300%. And I'm honestly just going to do it to this one as well. Even if the production costs go up, it's not too bad. We made quite a bit of money from the slurry. Once I start filling up this thing with milk, we'll check in and I'll show you how much money we made from the kind of the slurry and stuff. I think we made about 40,000 bucks off that. Yeah, about 40 grand off the slurry and all that jazz. So let's fill that. Let's go check our finances. Yeah, okay. So 35, yeah, 40 some grand. You get a little bit, it gives you a little bit from April and as you sleep through into May, I found. It's like not all in one because we haven't slept through the month of May yet. But it still says we've made this amount of money in here. So not too bad. Not too bad with the slurry. I got that at its max production percentage. It's at 300%. It's producing as much through as it can. And I'm still going to work through the slurry that I have in that one. And then we're going to swap and get a production facility that can handle more slurry and do more cycles and yada, yada, yada. All that good stuff. But today is going to be like a massive just like chore day. We got to get in. We're going to have to cut more grass, cut more hay and stuff like that to keep it in the production facilities. I'm still kind of toying on what I'm going to do for straw. I still think I'm going to plant one of the fields in wheat. Obviously, we can't plant wheat until the fall, so we're going to get one more cut off of these fields, and then I'll kind of make a determination of which one I want to do. I'm still thinking kind of our medium-sized field that's like straight in front of us out here. That's kind of my plans right now, but you know how things change. I also want to get one of our trailers going and move some manure around and get that put into the production facility as well. I'm just going to park our... and let's actually park this thing. Yeah. Let's park this thing. Let's spin around with this guy. And I'm just going to also park this over by the silage fermenter. And then, yeah, probably hook onto one of the trailers and get some of that manure moved over into our production facility. Even though we are going to kind of shut that one down, we might as well be running some cycles of manure through it while we're getting all the silage and stuff done. So if I hit the trigger here, we still got 210,000 liters of grass that will also become silage. So we should be pretty good for food. Now that I dumped all that in the production facility, we should be pretty good for food for these animals, I think. Especially since we're going to get another cut in July. Yeah, we'll get another cut in July, and then we'll be planting wheat. Yeah, we'll be wheat, or we could do barley if we wanted. It doesn't really matter. It's kind of 6-to-1, so... But okay, I'm just going to get some of this manure moved over, and then what I'll probably do is I'm going to be doing these chores. Actually, let's do this together. I don't think I've pulled manure out of this just yet. Can I hit the trigger there? I think I got it back. Let's see here. I've never used this one. Me and manure heaps have got beef. I thought maybe the like little conveyor belt here would have some sort of animation or something like that. All good though. All good though. I'm just glad the manure heap works. I've had issues with manure heaps in the past, so I'm just glad it works. But I'm gonna get all this manure pulled over, a couple trailerfuls at least, just to make sure it can work through in the production facility. I might even turn up the manure. I don't know what percentage it's at. It doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of thinking out loud right now. But yeah, I'll bring it back once we're cutting and doing field work and stuff, and then we'll be starting to kind of plan out which field we're gonna do in wheat. And yeah, just keep pumping that silage factory, pumping the barn full of food, and hopefully, if it all works out, and I think we have enough surplus, I'm gonna buy some more cattle as well. All right, it is July, and that means it is time to go cut some grass. We either do some hay, or yeah, I think it's gonna be doing a bunch of that grass so that we can put it into the production facilities. I'm gonna hook a set of mowers up to this tractor. What I think I'm gonna do for this harvest as well is I'm gonna lease one of those big crone mowers. I can get one that has a hitch on it, and I'm gonna try and hook it to our forage wagon and see if that works for doing our big field. The reason I want to do that is those big mowers, they will windrow as they cut. At the swath that they lead, you can set it to a windrow. And if we hook our forage wagon to it, we might be able to kind of cut and pick up at the exact same time, which means we also might be able to use a worker to do that, which would be pretty good. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to get this set out right now, and I'm going to set a worker to start going on this field. And that's kind of my plan. I want to test that out, but I'm also going to jump over into this tractor. And I'm going to get our small mower set up here. I'm just going to go do this on the small field, get a worker going on that while this other field is going. And then I'm going to go down to the store, grab that big crone mower, and I'm going to test it out. I'm going to see if it works. I don't really know if it will work with that hitch on there. I think it will. I think it will, because I think it acts as like a rear PTO. So we should be able to use the forage wagon with it. So let's get a guy going on here. I haven't decided if I'm going to do this field in grass or in hay. I know we're going to do our big field in grass, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that small one in grass or hay. But okay, I'm gonna go get that mower and get that all set out. And once I'm back at the farm with it, we'll go start cutting that grass field and we'll test it out. So I'm gonna run down to the store for now. Why don't you hang out with this guy while he cuts this grass field, and we'll start doing some hay on here. Okay, I'm just back here with our unit. Hopefully you guys got that field all cleared off for us, which is good. I'm just going to unfold this guy. Now, I tried this out before. It's not going to work. I can't use an AI worker to hook a trailer to this, which is fine. I think what I'll do is I'll just set an AI worker to start cutting this field, and what I want to do is put it on, just switching the setting there to swath dropping. But I'll set a worker to cut this field, and then we'll kind of mess around with picking up all this grass. So let's get someone going, cutting this field. And I'm going to come back over. I've got another worker tedding this field, which I'll have to get windrowed after as well. So I want to go grab this tractor. This is the one I wanted to grab. And I'm just going to hook him to a set of windrows. Yeah, I'm going to hook him to a set of windrows and just kind of get him pulled over to that hay field and get ready to go when all the time is ready for that. And then we're going to hook onto our other tractor and go kind of pick up some swathing behind that mower. I think we'll be able to basically just chase that mower and get that field all cleared off, which won't be too bad. I think I'm just going to leave this. Yeah, right here is fine. Actually, it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, let's jump back in this guy and let's head over. We're going to head over, we're going to try a couple things. I'm going to pick up all the grass as that guy, as the AI worker mows, because we'll be able to just follow behind and pick up this, the windrows. And then on this field, I kind of want to test something out with kind of like a big windrower that goes on the front and then having this trailer connected to the back. I just want to see if it's going to work. But I think I need a large tractor for that. Yeah, maybe I'll just kind of do this one business as usual and not mess with it for this harvest at least. It's nice having this trailer because obviously I can just go and I can pick up way more and I don't have to run back and forth as many times, which is great. But yeah, I still want to get a large tractor and then do the windrower kind of like hack I got. I don't know. It's not really a good way I've found to use AI workers to get fields cleared off with grass. There's just no way. Even with the baling, there was no way. Even though I downloaded the AI balers, it just doesn't work. I thought in FS22 you could do it with the big crone mower. You could hook a trailer to the back of it, and it would pick up. I remember doing it. For some reason, on this one, when I go to hook to it, you can hook up to it. You can run the forage wagon and the mower at the same time. Everything will go, but it won't drop the pickup arm to pick up the swaths. Like our pickup arm is dropped now, and it's grabbing everything. For some reason, even if you set it up and you put the arm down, as soon as you hit the key to get the AI worker started, it lifts it up, and then they just go to town cutting. I don't really understand why it does that, but no worries. We'll just get this grass all pulled off kind of the normal way. It won't take really that long. It never really does. And then we can get on to. I think I'm gonna just set down a new production facility instead of waiting for that other one to finish off. Because we're getting way too much slurry, and I don't want to get behind. Um, yeah, I don't want to get behind, so I definitely want to get that down. And it's going to take a second trucking all the slurry and stuff over because we got like 400,000 liters of it. But we're making pretty good money from the slurry right now, so I definitely want to be getting all of that put through a production facility the best we can. So I'm just going to kind of keep plugging away here. I'll get this grass field all cleared off. And then what we'll do is we'll probably do either we'll be picking up some hay and stuff. I'll kind of just bring you back as the harvest and stuff progresses. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so I got our big field all cleared off with all the grass, and we got quite a bit of liters of grass off that. We got like 670. Well, we could check. Where is it? Oh yeah, it was on it. 670 some thousand, and even more really, over 680 because a bunch of it's already been turned into silage. So I think for these two fields, so I got the tedders over here now. I'm gonna get this field tedded and windrowed, and then I'll pick this up as hay. And this guy's chilling here. This field's being windrowed right now. I'm gonna head over. I'll kind of let this guy get ahead a little bit more, and then we'll come and do some pickups here. But what I wanted to do, I got fertilizer going on this big field, and let's go over. Yeah, even that'll work. What I want to do with you guys real quick here is set down another biogas facility. Now we had this one before, but like I said, the game was bugged. I'm just scrolling down trying to find it here, and it would the trigger wasn't working for it. So I was gonna say now it's not working again. Yeah, something had bugged out and the trigger wasn't working for the slurry deposit, but now it seems to be fixed. And I think I'm just gonna put it. I think somewhere like that. Um, it doesn't really matter. I might move it, like I usually do. I think I'm just gonna throw it right there. And let's jump out of here and let's start putting some of this slurry into that unit. Now, I guess we'll double check too. We'll do it in real time here and see if yeah, we got 400,000 liters of slurry. Good lord. We'll see if the trigger has been fixed. Otherwise, I might be deleting that real quick. But it'll give us a chance while we got some AI workers out doing some stuff, getting fields prepped for us. And we can move some slurry around, and I'm going to get it set up. Now, these units should be able to work through the slurry pretty quickly, I'm thinking. This little truck's good, but it doesn't have that much horsepower. Well, that other one is just like so torqued out. It's got ridiculous amounts of horsepower. Okay, something should trigger it. There we go, dump slurry. Okay. I was like, this better work. So we are going to be looking at slurry. We're bringing the slurry, we're turning it into charge, digestate, and methane. So I want to activate that one. I'm going to increase the productivity right now because we're going to dump so much stuff in here. And we're just going to change it to selling right away. We're not putting any straw in. Sugar beet. Use to sell digestate. I'm just going to activate that and change it to selling. Let's activate that and let's activate that. I think those should be good at 100%. We'll see. If we get a, because you're gonna get much less than what we put in, so should be good. What did that thing say? Reached maximum efficiency? What does that even mean? Have we been running at minimal efficiency this whole time? Okay, let's spin around here. Let's fill this guy up. Oh yeah, it's gonna take some time doing these, getting this barn like emptied out of all this slurry. Jeez, we need some unreal capacity. Yeah, 30,000 liters. It's gonna take like it'll take like 14 trips. That's okay though. That's okay. We should make some pretty good money from this slurry. Pretty not too bad. That crone mower, I returned that crone mower. I mean, it worked pretty good. I think that it's not really worth it. I mean, it's kind of worth it because it'll mow and windrow at the same time. I don't know. They're pretty expensive. It'd be better if I could do what I wanted to do, kind of get crafty and make it so I could use an AI worker. But if I can't, then it's kind of like 6 to 1. Like I have to go up and down the field to pick up the grass or the hay regardless. So even if I set a worker to cut it, and then even I'm setting a worker to windrow it after, it's like there's always so much happening when it comes time to cutting grass and hay anyways. Like just setting workers to be doing it's not really, I don't know. What I'm getting at is I don't really know if it's worth spending 300-400 grand on that mower just for it to cut and windrow at the same time. Maybe, but I don't know. We'll see. Don't really think I need it at this point. Yeah, I don't really think I need it. But, okay, so what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to just kind of keep going with this. It's going to take a little while to get all this slurry and stuff moved over to this new production facility. We will eventually delete that other one, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't really see a reason why I would keep it, but yeah, who knows. Unless I come up with something between now and when it gets done working through all its slurry. For all intents and purposes, we will be deleting that one. And yeah, we got to get this, like, this harvest or this cut all done, put into the barn, fertilized, and all that stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of keep bringing you back as we progress through that, and get a little further along. So this is the last load of slurry that I'm able to put in. The production facility will only hold 360,000 liters, so this trailer holds 30,000 liters. It'll get us pretty close. I think there's about 40,000 liters left in the barn itself, which we can check when we pull over there. But we'll get this one pulled out, or get this tank unloaded, and then we'll head over to the barn, just park this trailer, and then we can go start picking up some hay. Now, I just seen the little notification that the one field is done being fertilized, so I'm going to... We gotta get that fertilizing unit. I actually fertilized right after we had cut the grass and tedded it and stuff. I was like, I wonder if you can actually just fertilize while it's just sitting here on the ground, and turns out you can. I've never actually done that before. So we'll go pull that tractor off, get it out of the way. I'm going to set a windrower, set an AI worker to start windrowing that field. Let me just see if I can snake this in here a little bit better. Let's fill this. And let's bring this guy just out of the way here, or kind of set up. So that's going to be filling. So that'll put us, there'll be about 13,000 liters left in that barn, which is fine. Bring this guy over here so he's ready to go. This guy was sitting here ready to rock. So we'll set a worker to do that. Can I collect this guy? Oh, I got it. Nice. Okay, so yeah, both these fields have been fertilized. We're going to take this tractor over to our medium-sized field that we're going to go pull that hay off of right now. And then we can just have him sitting over there ready to go. As soon as that's done, we'll set a worker to fertilize that field. And then we should be good to go. We basically did all of our chores. These are just the last two fields that we got to get cleared off. And like I said, once that's done, we're gonna dump what we can into the barn. If we have to dump some of this into our silos, we can. Yeah, that's basically what we're gonna be doing for the rest of this little bit here. And then we got to get into our next few months. And like I said, I kind of want to buy some more cattle. So, kind of first things first, let's get all this stuff cleared off, and then we'll start thinking about what other cattle we can get. So let's dip over to this, and yeah, I'm gonna work on getting both of these fields cleared off. Okay, so we got those fields cleared off. I've got fertilizer going on that one. It's probably honestly done. I'm just checking on the food here. So we got 500,000 liters of food in here. I dumped what I could in for hay. As you can see, we got 1,000,000 liters of hay in the food dispenser on the side here. So we got 1,000,000 liters here, and then we had like 450,000 liters of food in here. I just dumped whatever I could of hay to fill that up, and then I put the rest in the hay loft. I think there's like 70,000 liters or something like that in the hay loft. So we're maxed out basically on food. We got 300 and some thousand liters of silage and then 75,000 liters of straw in here. I moved what I could for slurry over, and I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna just see what we can get for more cattle. I think I want to get, yeah, we could spend that. We'll get 20 of those and maybe 20 of these as well. Because then what are we at for the actual barn? 360? Yeah, 360. You know what? Let's get, let's get some more. Let's get 20 more of those. Oh, hit the wrong button. And we'll get 20 more. We'll get to 400. And then we'll just see how that goes with food and all that jazz to make sure we got enough food and we're not getting behind. Because we'll probably get one more cut off the fields. We got quite a bit of food and stuff stockpiled, so we should be good. I think. Yeah, because we're gonna have a whole bunch more silage that's in these silos. Yeah, we should be good. Should be good for food. Okay, I'm gonna kind of bring you guys back over the next few months as we're going through. I'm just gonna kind of be doing chores and stuff to get the production facilities going. I'll probably bring you back in August just so we can see how much money we made from that production facility that was pumped full of slurry, our new one, and yeah, we'll kind of go from there. Yeah, so I'm just kind of back here, just finishing up doing a bit of the chores that I usually do each month, and I wanted to bring you guys back because we made a ton of money off of that silage, or sorry, not off the silage, off the slurry that we put into that production facility. We made like 180 grand, or actually we made closer to 200 grand with all of it, which is pretty crazy. So that's awesome. I just wanted to bring you guys back so you could see that real quick. Let's jump over. I'm just going to go into the production facilities real quick. Or sorry, I'll go into our finances rather. And just so yeah, it was like 178, well, yeah, 179, so call it 180,000. It's always weird how it kind of breaks it up, but and then into August with like another 93. But I don't know how all this works. Because like at the end of that last episode, we had like around 200 and some grand. Was it 250? Something like that. Anyways, it seems like it worked out that we made about 200 grand, which is pretty cool. Pretty crazy. I got everything all swapped around. Let's go take a look in the barn. The little robot made a whole bunch of food. Let's shut that door. The robot made a bunch of food, so we still got almost 1,000,000 liters worth of hay. Our silage is good. I just dumped in a little bit of extra straw that we had, and yeah, the cattle are good. And the cattle also, it says there's 300 liters of milk in there. There was actually 96,300 liters, and I did 3 full tankers into the production facilities. Let's go look. So this one's gonna have 30 in it, and this one, yeah, has 63. Like, and it had a little bit left over. So crazy amounts of milk from an extra 100 cattle. And again, feeding them that TMR, I haven't fully been able to test it, but it definitely seems like they're producing way more milk. So that's awesome. Again, just kind of wanted to bring you in for that. I'm going to sleep through into September, and then we got to start planting some wheat. We got to get the field prepped and plant some wheat. Okay, we're just back in here. I just got through like our little sleep into September. We had 400 cows in this barn. We now have 720. We almost doubled our population in there in the 1 month. We have less milk. I don't know if they produce less milk because of maybe they were reproducing or something like that. Or, man, now I'm starting to think maybe I left some milk in the barn like that last previous month, and that's why I had 90,000. But 104,000 liters of slurry. We still got a bunch of food and everything, and their health, it says 80 to 100%, but that's just because they're the offspring. The little calves will be not at 100% health, but also we're at 600 grand in cash. So that means like we made 140 grand over that month just in the slurry. That would have all been through slurry into the production facility, which is pretty insane. Now I want to jump in this tractor first things first and just check. Yeah, that's grass. There's still more silage in here. I want to dump this into the barn just so it's in there and it's good to go. And then let's tab over to this tractor. Actually, I'm going to jump out. I want to move this tractor out of the way a little bit because we're going to have to get these cultivators out and go cultivate that grass field. So I want to set a worker to start doing that. So then we can plant that wheat field kind of while we're going to get the cultivation done. I'll set a worker to do the cultivation while we're doing the kind of chores around the farm. We got to pull the slurry around. We'll move that silage into the barn and kind of all that jazz, if you will. So let's unfold these. Jeez, it feels like we haven't used these in a while. When we first got these, it was like big time. I guess I could probably cut this. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. When we first got these, man, we used them a lot. Like, that was back when we were doing contracts. I haven't even looked at the contracts in a while. Let's go take a look real quick. Plowing, back in the day we would have did that one. It's close to the farm, an extra, 3 grand real quick. We wouldn't have done those. Fertilizing, this would have been a good one. We could have made 20 grand off it, Back in the day that was pretty important. But now we got a better operation. Okay, so I'm gonna let this tractor go and do its thing. Let's jump back over. Yeah, we might as well fill this, get this filling. How full is this? It's getting there. Getting there. That'll be full real quick. We'll turn that around, put it in the barn, and then we got to move our milk into the production facilities. Looks like we'll get this planted, and then we probably won't get to it this episode. It'll probably be next episode where we pull all the cheese in, but we're gonna have a bunch of cheese, like so much. I wonder, I gotta kind of look in and see, maybe if anyone knows, throw it in the comment section. Is there anything else we can do past like cheese or butter or anything like that? Like, what I mean is, like, is there another layer of productions that we can do with the dairy? Like, for example, when you got like cotton or wool, you can turn that into fabric, which is great, and then you can also turn it into clothes. It's like the next step. So we have the milk. which we turn into obviously the cheese or the butter or bottled milk or whatever. Is there anything you can do past that? Like, could I like get like what if I got a production facility that was like you could take in the wheat to make like flour or something, and then like with the milk and the flour I could make some bread. I guess I'd probably need eggs or something like that. Or and then you could do like we have cheese, could we make like pizza? Like is that dumb? You know what I'm saying? Is that dumb? So, like something like that. I was just wondering if there's like another stage of doing the productions for dairy. Okay, let's spin around here with this slurry. Now we're gonna have to take about 4 tankerfuls of slurry. That's what it seems like, because this will hold 30,000 liters at a time. This little truck kind of struggles to pull it when it's full, though. Struggles a little bit. Let's get this dumped in. But like, I mean, 140 grand a month, like that's pretty good cash for not really having to do anything other than just truck this over a few times. I wonder if there's any slurry left in. No, we basically burnt it all out of there, which is good. I got these productions just cranked anyways. We'll probably be able to get rid of this one soon. There's a little bit of methane. There is a little bit of straw in there. I'll just let this clear right out, and then we can get rid of this production facility. I kind of like that one because it gives you a byproduct of straw from, I believe it's from the manure. Pretty sure that's what it does. And whatever, it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of nice just for the barns. I don't know how much straw we're going to get off this wheat field that we end up doing. Hopefully it'll be a good amount. I mean, that's a pretty decent sized field, but I can't really remember like how to gauge how much straw we'll get off that. You know, what we get, 50,000 liters? Do you get 100? Do you get 20? I just don't really know. I don't really know what it'll be. It would probably be more than the grain. Yeah, I don't really know. We'll get that all sorted. We just got to keep trucking this around. It'll take our guy a second to get that field cultivated. It's going to take a little while to plant it as well. We don't really have a big planter. I mean, I guess we could go buy one. But I don't know how consistently we'll do wheat. Yeah, but even still, if we want to put it back to grass, it would probably be good to have a bit bigger of a planter. I know I can get one that's 12 meters wide. I know I can get one that's 9 meters wide as well, but the one that's 12 meters wide, I think it's a lemkin, and it won't fertilize, which doesn't really matter because we can just do fertilizing on our own. And I think it's about 160 grand. Just thinking about it out loud now, I think that's probably what I'll end up going to get, because if we're making about 140 grand a month, or even around that, even we can make a, say we average it out and make 100 grand a month from the slurry, that's still pretty good money. Like we can definitely afford a new planter just to kind of help things along. Yeah, it might be best, especially if we're gonna go back and forth between like grass and wheat. We shouldn't have to go back and forth, but if we run, well, no, we still got that big field for hay. We probably could just keep that field as a wheat field pretty consistently. Either way, we'd have to replant it each year, so it'd be worth getting a different kind of planter for that. Yeah, I'll kind of look into that. Maybe that's what I'll do after I get this slurry taken in. I'll just kind of go look in the store and see what I can drum up, and then we'll have it for planting that wheat field. I think I'm just going to do one more load here. I'm not going to worry about what's left in there until we can get full tanker fulls out. So we'll get this dropped in there. Let's pull up. Now let's go check while we're in here. We won't count our chickens too much before they're hatched. 1.3 mil in cheese. Oh my goodness. 391,000 liters. And we got a couple more, like we have another month to go. Good Lord. Good Lord. I mean, we could even take some of it in now, to be honest. That's going to be a bit of an adventure. Well, not a bit of an adventure, but it's definitely going to take some time to get all that cheese in, because I think it'll hold 32,000 liters at a time. So it's definitely 10 trucks. Oh my God, 10 trucks? That's crazy. Well, we created a dairy empire, that's for sure. I think that almost solidifies it. To make 1.4 million bucks off cheese, doing 10 truckloads to sell. If that's not a dairy empire, I don't know what is. Okay, let's go take a look at. Is there anything for sale? Actually, this is what we would need. This one's only 9 meters wide. That's a good deal though, 21 grand. You still got to buy a tank for it. That's what we have in our other series. That's crazy, actually. Yeah, it's 9 meters. I kind of want something a little bit bigger just because it's a little bit. We can afford it for one, and it makes life a bit easier for me. Where am I at here? Cedars. So this was the one I was talking about. It's 165, it's 12 meters wide. It's only 180 horse will pull it. So basically, all of our tractors will pull it. This is the one that's for sale in there, and then you still got to buy this tank on top of it. This one's obviously pretty intense. It's 200 grand. I mean, do we really need... Oh, we don't really need it. That's not to say we shouldn't get it, right? Um, am I just talking myself into this right now? Maybe we should get this one. How much horsepower do we need to pull it? 300. Okay, yeah, we don't have any tractors that can pull that. This one's 160, 8 meters. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get this one. And that'll be fine. We'll get this 12 meters wide. It won't fertilize, but low horsepower. Let's just get it. And it should have delivered right to the yard. Yeah. So let's click on to this tractor. Do I have seed? I can't remember if I've got pallets of seed kicking in around anywhere. I might have to go get some seed and get this thing all filled up and get it prepped on the edge of the field. But that's fine. If I can back into it here. There we go. Yeah, I'll get this thing all filled up with seed. Do I have any over here? No, I'll probably have to go get some. I thought maybe I had some pallets kicking around the side there. I don't have nothing in this barn. No. What about along here? No. No, I must have used them all up. That's all good though. I can go get some and get that thing all filled up. Let's head over to our guy in this field. Yeah, he's still got a bit of work to do. What I think we'll probably end up doing is let's just end the episode there. And then at the beginning of our next episode, we'll plant this field, get it all rolled out and such, and we might even start trucking some cheese off to get sold, even though it's September. Who really cares? Just to kind of help with the process of it, because there's going to be so much to do. And while they're planting and rolling this field, we can be going back and forth with trucks of cheese and selling all that off. That's going to be 1.3 million bucks. That's going to be pretty insane, if I do say so myself. I also got to make sure this tractor doesn't run out of fuel. That's another thing I'll have to do, is go around and make sure, like, yeah, like this tractor needs fuel. There's probably a bunch that need fuel. Let's pull around and get this done. But yeah, I think we'll end the episode there. We'll close off episode 25 there. We'll come back in episode 26. Like I said, we'll plant that field. We'll sell some cheese. We'll make a whole bunch of money. And we'll probably find something to spend that money on, you know. Something fun or something completely unneeded. One of the two. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate it like you can't believe. Thank you so much for helping us get over that 500 sub mark. And we're on our way to 1,000 now. So if you feel so inclined to help us out, make sure and hit that sub button. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified when all of these series come out. I'm still trying to do something every single day, which has been getting difficult, but it's also kind of a fun challenge. Thank you again so much. I hope you have a good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever it is that you're watching this. I appreciate, like always, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care.